really excited to share this with you because it's probably the biggest thing that can change your life and your yoga business. In today's training, I'm going to teach you why consistency is super important in your business, but also how to stay consistent in your business. And then you'll want to stay until the end because I'm actually going to tell you what my weekly flow is, and you can feel free to steal that weekly flow if you want. I'm here to share and to help you grow your business, okay? So I think that can be really useful. I know that just having a template for what to do each week helps me so much in my business. I need to know what exactly to do when, rather than just jumping on every day and being like, what should I post today? Right? That's a really hard way to do it, and it makes you spin your wheels and doesn't really get you forward, move you forward in your business. Okay, so again, let me know in the comments if consistency is something that you struggle with. Just give me a little hands up, or just say, yes, I struggle with that, or amen, whatever you want to say, just so that So you need to know, first of all, who is your target market? I've done videos on that before, so I'm not going to get into that too much. You can Google it, you can look it up, you can find some of my old videos or somebody else's. But you need to know who your target market is. Okay, I also really get into that in my yoga teacher trainings. But then what you need to find out is, where are they hanging out? Okay, are they hanging out on Instagram? Are they hanging out on Facebook? Are they hanging out on TikTok? Are they hanging out on YouTube? And a good clue, if you don't know where they're hanging out, or it could be LinkedIn as well. A good clue is to, where do you hang out? Do you hang out mostly on Instagram? Do you hang out mostly on Facebook? Where are you hanging out? Is it mostly Facebook groups? Is it mostly Facebook business pages? Where are you hanging out? And that could be your first sign on where you need to start posting. Because one of the things is that it needs to be enjoyable for you. So if you enjoy being on Instagram, you're probably going to enjoy posting on Instagram and engaging on Instagram and spending time there, right? Okay, so you need to know where they are hanging out. So if you're just starting out with building your business or building a following, maybe you aren't even a yoga teacher yet, but you want to be a yoga teacher. You still want to start building your social media following, okay, and creating relationships with people. You want to start doing that right now. It doesn't matter if you're not a teacher yet. Start doing that right now. And focus on one place that you're going to start doing that. Make it where you like to be. Make that your first one, okay? Because it's going to be the easiest. You're going to be the most inspired. Then after that, you can add another one later as needed, okay? So maybe it'll be Facebook. Sometimes it could be a little bit, your second one might be a little bit of an afterthought, which isn't always a bad thing. I'm going to get into that in a minute. But I don't think it's necessary to have more than 2 different social media platforms that you're super active on in order to get the amount of clients that you need. Okay. I don't know if you heard me, or maybe I didn't say it, but you need to be posting daily content. If 5 days sounds like a push for you, okay, then 5 days. So somewhere between 5 and 7 days of the week, you need to be posting content. The secret is, though, you don't have to post different content everywhere. So if you're posting on Instagram and you're posting on Facebook, just create the same post and share it in both places. That's it. So it's really not that much more work. The only extra work it's going to be is actually going to share it in the second place, which you could just do automatically from Instagram. But then the other thing is, you want to make sure that you're going back and replying to comments and engaging with people, right? To kind of keep it going. Why to be consistent? So being consistent in posting on social media is actually very beneficial for you. First and foremost, it's very beneficial for you. Think of it as an extension of your yoga practice off of your mat and actually into your business. Okay, that's how I think of it. So it's actually part of my morning routine, and that's just what I do. I do it every single morning, and then I'm done with posting usually. But I also really like it, so sometimes I'll post later in the day, but I make sure to get that first post posted in the morning. That was part of my content plan. This helps you to build this consistency muscle that you need as your business grows. If you can't even post 5 to 7 days a week on social media, how are you going to be consistent enough to actually help when you have paying clients? You have to make sure that you're working this muscle out every day, right? So that you are prepared for when your business grows. You can't go from no business to making over 6 figures if you haven't built these muscles and paved the way beforehand, you won't be ready for it. So all of these little things make you ready for the bigger picture, okay? And you have to start somewhere. It establishes your authority. So the more that they see you, the more that your audience sees you show up, the more likely they are to trust you as someone that can help them. So a lot of you that are watching me now, you've been watching me for a while and you see me a lot on here, right? Even though maybe you don't read all my posts or you don't watch all my videos, you see me a lot. You see my face, you see, oh, there's Crystal again, you know? And some of you might get sick of it, but I doubt it. Those of you that are on here probably don't get sick of it. The ones that do, they go, and that's okay, because you don't need everybody. You're not going to resonate with everybody, and that's okay. You kind of want to weed those people out, which I'm going to get to a little bit more in a minute. It also helps you to feel more confident as an expert and as a leader, and it also helps you to learn new things. So some of the things that I share, daily, I have to look into it a little bit, and it's really fun for me to do that. So I choose things that I actually want to learn about. Right? Like the Yoga Sutras and things. I mean, I wouldn't even say I'm an expert in them now, but I love learning about them and I love teaching them. And there's always so much to learn, right? That's why I don't really say I'm an expert in it, because there's always so much more to learn, just like with yoga. But it's really important to keep working out that consistency muscle for your sake. All right? So it helps them also, your audience, to remember you. So you always want to be top of mind. When your people are ready to take that next step, you want them to think of you. They won't get sick of you, like I said, and if they do, then they're not the right students for you. So then they can go. That's okay. You want to weed those people out quickly, right? Because they're probably never going to be your students. They're never going to buy from you or get helped from you or whatever. So just let them go now. It doesn't really matter. You really want the people in your audience that are the perfect fit for you, okay? So it's actually good whenever people unfollow you or unsubscribe, because they just kind of muddy the water anyway. So don't worry about niching down or talking to more of like one specific person. That's okay. All right. It also, whenever you're consistent, it helps you to cut through the noise. You guys, there's so much stuff online nowadays. I mean, just so much. So you want to make sure that, again, so that you're being in front of people often. So that they don't forget about you, because people will forget about you very easily, right? I've had people be like, oh, it's not working for me. And I'm like, well, are you posting every day? No. Well, how consistent are you? You know, and they might be consistent for 2 weeks and then they fall because they didn't get any traction right away. People aren't going to just start throwing money at you or being like, when can I take your class? Normally, that's not what's going to happen. You need to be consistent. I would say at least for 3 months. At least for 3 months before I would even start asking people to take classes with me or anything like that. And you got to be really, really consistent if you're going to do that. So the main key here, you guys, is to not give up. Like I said, you can't just post for 2 weeks or post like 1 day a week for 3 months and then, hope that all this magic's going to happen. I mean, maybe you can post once a week, but it's going to have to be really amazing content, like some really amazing live or something like that. And the more you can go live, the better, honestly. That's how I think I've built my business the most, is because people can see either if they like me or they don't like me right away. They can just go, right? All right, so now how to be consistent. I'm just going to tell you how to be consistent, and then I'm going to give you my weekly flow that you can take and kind of tweak and use as your own, all right? So how to be consistent. Like I said before, start with one social media channel, all right, where it's, first of all, easiest for you, and 2, where your target market is hanging out. Like I said, if you love being on Instagram and you're there already, probably your target market's there too, all right? Now here is the main key that I want you guys to know, all right? And I want to see some stuff in the comments, so give me a hands up or give me a thumbs up, whatever. I don't want you to wait until you feel like you know enough, because that time will never happen. You're never going to wake up and be like, okay, today I feel like I know enough to post. That's never, ever going to happen. Start posting today, okay? Whether you feel confident enough or not. You know enough right now to post, okay? All right, number 2, don't wait until you feel ready, because again, that's never going to happen. Start right now. Don't wait until you have everything perfect, because that won't ever happen, because there's no such thing as perfect, okay? None of my posts are ever perfect, but I keep posting. People don't care about perfection anymore. They want to see real. They want to see raw. They want to see a human being. They want to see you, okay? And it's all about connection. Make it part of your morning or evening routine. I love to do it in the morning because then I can go back to that post 2 or 3 times throughout the day and reply to comments. All right, you don't have to be on there all day. Oh my God, did somebody post, or did somebody comment? Did somebody comment? We don't want this to overrun your life. We want this to be something fun. So, I wake up, I do my morning my meditation, my visualization, I get my coffee, then I come back, then I post my post. Okay, then I spend a little bit of time on Instagram replying to comments from the day before, or going, scrolling and commenting, just because that helps with the Instagram algorithm to be on there for a little bit after you post. Okay, then I'll go over to Facebook and then I'll share it there, and I'll kind of do the same thing. It probably takes about a half an hour to do everything. Now, here's another thing. You want to pre-plan your content. So I have a general outline of what I'm going to talk about each and every day. And I do pre-record my videos. So I'm doing these mindful minutes and I have those pre-recorded. Okay. So on Mondays, I record 7 mindful minutes and 1 YouTube video. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do videos. You can just do a post, right? But so in the morning, whenever you wake up and after you do your meditation or whatever, then you can sit down with your coffee, if this works for you, and then you can post your post of the day. But it shouldn't be like, what am I posting today? You should be able to go look at your spreadsheet. I use Google Docs and be like, okay, this is my topic. This is what I'm going to write about. If you are even more ahead on top of your game, you can actually write out all the posts. Okay, and then go ahead and put those into the spreadsheet. Then you can just copy and paste and plug it right in that day. You could also use something like Tailwind or something like that will actually post for you or hold all of your posts. Now, whenever you're thinking about what to post like every day, you're going to have a weekly theme. That's what's easiest. So think of a weekly theme. This weekly theme should go with what, I don't want to get into all this too much because I will do more videos on it, but just think about what your target market struggles with. And then that will be your weekly theme. And then you'll break it up 7 days, okay? 5 to 7 days, whatever you want to do. All right, now remember, you guys, please don't let this overwhelm you. And remember that also I've been doing this for 10 years at least online. Okay. So that's like not my first rodeo, but again, I want to share these things with you so that it's easier for you so that you can build your business way more quickly than I did. Here's my weekly flow. All right. You ready? Now you're going to have to come up with your own funnel. So again, make sure that you're following this business page. Make sure that the notifications are turned on, because next Sunday, I'm going to teach you what a funnel is and how to create a funnel. It's super, super important, okay? So, but here is my weekly plan. I'm going to tell you my weekly plan. Plan, record, edit, and post 1 YouTube video per week. So like I said, on Monday, I record all of my 7 mindful minutes and my YouTube video, okay? Then I send it to my editor, then they edit it, then they send it back. So then I've got that usually by like Wednesday for the next week, okay? But I do all of that in 1 day. But I plan all of it first. So I've got all of it planned like 4 weeks in advance. So tomorrow, whenever I go record, I'm just gonna have to go look at my spreadsheet and be like, all right, what am I talking about this week? Okay, that's what it is. And then I will create videos for all of those daily posts or daily topics. All right. And then I post, like I said, one of those each and every morning on Instagram. I am interactive there for a while. Then I go on Facebook and then do that. And then I go back onto those platforms 2 or 3 times throughout the day and reply to comments. So that's what I do. And in my yoga teacher trainings, especially more my 300 hour, 500 hour, that's where I start helping people figure out. In the 200 hour, they usually figure out who their target market is, but in the advanced training, that's whenever we really start to hone in more on like a funnel and like, okay, well, this is where your people are probably hanging out. This is where you need to get them, and then this is how you're going to help them move through your funnel and help them to eventually buy. I want you to remember that it's okay if this all sounds overwhelming. I get overwhelmed too. But the thing is, I want you to not see the big picture. Don't even think about the big picture, because honestly, you don't know what that big picture is right now. I never thought in a million years I'd be leading yoga teacher trainings especially online ones, right? But that's just where my intuition and my, every day I wake up and I do my meditation and everything and I take inspired action. Yes, inspired action is so important. You don't have to think about the wall or about the whole big picture, thinking about the wall, right? Think about laying one brick as perfectly as you can every single day, and it will eventually lead you somewhere. You don't have to know where it's going, all right? You just have to stay consistent, have faith, and keep pushing forward. All right, so let me know in the comments, you guys, what was the most useful part of this for you. And if you haven't gotten your daily dose in of yoga yet, make sure that you try out my latest video. I really think it's a super fun one. It's called 10-minute full body yoga workout at home. And leave a comment over there and let me know what you thought about that video too, okay? Have a great day. Feel free to share this out anywhere that you feel inspired to do so. If you think it might help some people, give it a like, and I'll see you later. Have a great day.